seesaw. Only the winner will offer forgiveness. Are you talking about a game that you had in a past life? Or are you talking about a game that you're going to have in the future? Either way, forgiveness will never be given. Forgiveness is blasphemy. It's also very, very expensive. I've tried it before. You don't get the reciprocation you would expect. Not in a battle. You forgive after you forget. Because once you've forgotten, it's because your opponent is already dead. So forgiveness is just a concept. It's not an actuality. It doesn't have a place at the chaotic dinner table. Actually, it does. It eats peas. It doesn't have the meat and potatoes. That is for the strong. And forgetting to forgive is a perfect excuse. Okay, Grot. Thank you for grabbing my tongue and making me trip over my word. For that, you will receive no forgiveness. You are about to. But nope. I will use this box cutter sitting on my desk. And I will plant a garden with your spores. It is springtime. It is perfect. There's no better timing. DNA samples may be given at the end of the show. Notice the subjunctive word, may. MiniWarGamer Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com. Welcome, Wargamers, to the Shrine of Chaos. Today is April 24th. I'm not going to double check that. I don't care if the date's wrong, but I think that's right. 2014, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of you who aren't sure when the show is, it's every other week at that time on this channel. The channel being MiniWarGaming. It's been a while since I've done a Shrine of Chaos because of the wrapping up of the Trolls book and the taking the time off because of the new Nurgling that arrived with my goddess of Slaanesh. I am a happy man. I have 3 Nurglings at home, and that makes life chaotically good and fun. It is a happy life, a life where a lot of chaos happens. That's usually indicative of happiness. If there's no chaos, it is dull and boring. Kind of like how Sherlock Holmes doesn't like it when no murders are happening. He thinks life is dull. It's the exact same comparison. So you can just take that metaphor and think that it fits perfectly, because that will not be a lie. In today's show, what I plan on doing is giving a $100 gift certificate or shopping spree to a lucky winner to the War Store. Neil, the owner of the War Store, is a very good person. Does he like people? I'm sure he does. He has a lot of friends, and they purchase at his store constantly. So that's why that's being done today. The other thing is this. I'm just going to have to go to the side a little bit and show off these little puppies. I have 4 of these in total. Arcane Factories. Justin Tan. It's important that you remember that name, Justin Tan. And not just because when you meet someone for the first time, you should repeat their name a few times after you first meet them, Justin Tan, so you don't forget their name. But the reason why we're saying Justin Tan is because he's the owner of Arcane Factories. I've had some work done at Arcane Factories. Am I talking about plastic surgery? Of course I am not. Did you think I was going to say something there? I really, no. That's not the type of work I had done there. I had other type of work, which I will not divulge, because that is secret sauce. What kind of a world would we live in if we're just spilling secret sauce all over the place? I think it would be too chaotic. this model right here. Let me give you a little bit of background on this. A WGC brand, okay? Here. I went on their website. I went on Arcane Factories website, and I took a look at some of the 3D printed models that they do, and this is the result of the 3D printed models. Miniatures. That is insane. So this is my shout out to you, Justin, and this is the plug, if you will. So I'm gonna be giving away 4 of these by the end of today, because I like it when new miniatures crop up and they enter the world of the miniature market. That's a completely different store. Today we're talking about the War Store. And it's just better when these things are created. And do we know who WGC is? Of course we do, because we know our brother Chung. I'm going to say our brother because we are all brothers in Chaos. And even though he collects Tau, he has not received forgiveness for that. But he's still my brother nonetheless. And we still love people who do things we don't agree with. And let's not forget to mention Lester Bursley, because... Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Justin. You may be watching this right now. You may be watching this after, but Lester, these are Lester's models. And, okay, I'm just going to throw it out there. If it's incorrect, the spaghetti did not stick to the wall. It sunk down. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that until I'm proven it otherwise. These are Lester's models, and it's part of his line of miniatures. And so he's gotten Arcane Factories to make his miniatures. And I have them in my hand because I like to give out gifts. That is the reason for this logic right now. Now, in the message before, I had mentioned that I was going to talk about Noise Marines. I will be talking about Noise Marines today. That is the topic of today, but it's not the only topic of today. If I were to title today, in fact, if you're watching the recording version of this video, you're going to see that it's talking about the Mark of Slaanesh. And the reason why we're talking about the Mark of Slaanesh is because I have discovered that the Mark of Slaanesh includes some viable close combat options with the Chaos Space Marine Army. And this is a discovery that I have discovered, which I will share with you today. For those of you who are spying on Chaos and watching this show who don't collect Chaos and wish to learn some information which you can use against your enemies, and if your enemies are Chaos, you're going to be learning some information here. But just know, that information comes with a price. You will live with that knowledge, and when you sleep, it will burn in your brain, and it may be extracted by a demon prince while you sleep. So when you wake up, if there is blood on the pillow, that is the reasoning. It's because your brain has been opened, and that information has been extracted, and you may have amnesia from it, so you'll have no idea why there's this open casket thing coming out of your head. But you can always watch this video, go back in time, and then it'll make sense for you. But that's if you have warp time. But that's 5th edition, so that actually won't happen at all. Anyway, let's have a model count. For those of you who don't know what a model count is, that is a viewership count. How many people are watching the show right now? If it's close to 100, we will do a Chaos Comet Bomb. For those of you who don't know what a Chaos Comet Bomb is, you will soon find out, provided that there are 100 viewers, or the model count is 100. So I'm going to look down at the chat right now and see what it is. 83. Not quite yet. It has to be 100. That is the number of the Shrine of Chaos today. Also, I'm going to throw a question out there because I've been wondering about this. It's been a long time since we've talked about that secret crate, that Chaos crate, that box that was given away at one point in time. This may have been like a year ago, maybe even longer. And this special box was sent to someone, and this special someone put their initials on it and sent it to someone else. There was a forum post on the MiniWarGaming forums about this particular practice, and as of right now, I have no idea where the box is, because the last post in that forum thread does not indicate what happened to it. In fact, I think the last person to post on that thread was Drewski, and he said, "Don't let this die." And I absolutely agree. He didn't say it like that. He said it much more, I was going to say girl-like, but this is not the Sandlot. We're not playing baseball, and he is my brother, and I want to fight him again, because that's what we do with our brothers. We like to fight with people who banter well. He's a good banter-er. Model count? 93. 93. So it goes from 83 to 93. Jump 10 viewers because we're talking about Drewski. I think people like you, man. Yes, because you are a person who likes people. It's all reciprocal. 101. Okay, man. Time for a Chaos Comment Bomb. This is what a Chaos Comment Bomb is. I'm going to post a link in the chat. It's a link to a YouTube video. We will click on that link and we will post a comment on that YouTube video. If you're watching the recorded show afterwards, the link in the video description will also be included so you can participate after the fact. But for people on the live show right now, I'm going to include this link and we're going to leave a comment. And the comment that you leave, these are just suggestions. They could be something like, the Shrine of Chaos has found you and you are now sucked into the warp storm of awesome sauce. Or you could say maybe Dave says hi and he loves you because you collect chaos. Or, you know, something like that. Those are suggestions. Really, you can leave whatever you want. But here's the link right now. And it's a very appropriate video for the topic of today. Let me just say that, okay? Yes. In fact, I'm just going to talk about nothing for about 30 seconds. So you guys can get like a snippet of what the video's about because it's pretty sick. I love these models. Eric French, these Noise Marines that you painted in this video are really, really, really well painted. In fact, you know our little Karn deal that we had going there? I'm looking at these Noise Marines and I'm like smelling another deal. Of course, there's no pressure and you don't have to do it, but they're beautifully painted, man. Like, they are ridiculous. I'm looking, I just, you know, I'm starting to like Slaanesh a lot. I stayed away from Slaanesh for a long time. And I've always said that they're my least favorite everything in the Chaos Space Marine Army, but Slaanesh is a lot more viable than I gave them credit for. And I say them, even though Slaanesh is one, because Slaanesh is kind of all. So that's why I say them. Does that make a descent? I hope it does. Because if it doesn't, Eric French, this video does not exist. But it does. And because it does, and because it is now Chaos Comment Bombed, I will click on the comments and I will see them updated because this is just going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun to see. Those are really well painted models, by the way. Good job on that. For those of you interested in subscribing to his channel, I would suggest it because he actually has a lot of good videos and they are chaos themed, and he's the type of wargamer that likes to share with others his goodness. He's got a lot of goodness there that he's sharing, so he definitely deserves more attention. It's also because I told him I'd do this because he's sending me a Karn model. And when you see that Karn model, you will know exactly why. In fact, if you like scroll through his videos, you might even see that Karn video. That's not a might. You will see it. That's how I got the idea to contact him in the first place, because I wanted that Karn model. I wanted to replace mine. Mine was painted by me 7 years ago, and it's not painted very well, so that's why all of this is happening. Is that okay? Is that an acceptable answer? Because if it isn't, then I suggest that you don't forgive it, because today is about no forgiveness. Not for nothing. Nothing at all. Okay. Going back to the show, talking about some things that are maybe having to do with some of these models right here. Let's talk about these guys. Slaanesh in general, not these guys in particular. First things first, we're going to talk about Chaos Space Marines with the Marcus Slaanesh. So, the reason why we're talking about this is because we're on a discovery. We're on a journey right now. The question is this, okay? The question is, for close combat purposes, what is the best unit that is infantry built for close combat that has the Marcus Slaanesh included? That was all very wordy and it didn't make sense. What's the best close combat unit that has the Marcus Slaanesh? There you go. That's so much better. Why didn't I just say that in the first place? Oh, by the way, before we go on to that, I have to just be distracted for a second and show you this guy right here. Okay, Max Payne, thank you very much. Just came in today. This is a White Scars captain, and he is really well painted. You can't tell right now that he's well painted because the lighting isn't well suited for showing off the details, and it's not in focus. But thank you for sending this to me. It came in, and he will be used in places that are visible and large and fun and random and chaotic. That I can promise you, absolutely. In fact, you just saw an example of it, but he's going to be shown more, absolutely. Okay, going back to the Chaos Space Marines here. Give them the Mark of Slaanesh, and what you do is you give them the Icon of Excess. Now, what that does, first off, the Mark of Slaanesh, that gives your unit a higher initiative. Okay. Now, Chaos Space Marines, they used to have built-in close combat weapons, but they don't anymore. So you have to upgrade each one with it, which kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is now. It's like a couple points a model for that. All right. Now, Mark of Slaanesh, higher initiative. So if you're fighting against your Marine equivalent brethren, this is a good thing because you want to be attacking them first. So it's not just playing chess with each other. So Icon of Slaanesh, that's a totally separate thing. You can only give your unit that if you have the Mark of Slaanesh. And the Icon of Excess gives you Feel No Pain. So that provides another safety net for you being killed. It's very good. And what I've done is I've outfitted all of the Sergeant equivalents or the Aspiring Champions with Power Fists for versatility purposes. Yes, it's Initiative 1, and they're going to be in challenges, and chances they may die, but who knows, right? They might be attacking other guys with Initiative 1, and they might luck out. They might attack him. No, they won't attack him first with Power Fist Initiative 1. Forget that. But I just like to put it on them because that's my preferred close combat weapon on an Aspiring Champion. And since they're all outfitted the same, we're just going to go with that theme. Okay? 278 points. That's what it is for a 10-man squad and a Rhino. 278. Are we going to remember that number? It's okay if we don't, because I will tell you them again later when the time comes. So that's what that is. And next we're going to look at Fast Attack Choice Warp Talents. 10-man squad of them with the Mark of Slaanesh, giving them Initiative 5. Now you can't give them the Icon of Excess. Probably because it would be way too broken if Warp Talons had the Icon of Excess. Feel No Pain. Because Warp Talons are sick. Let me also mention that I'm giving Veterans of the Long War special rule to each unit. What that does is it gives you better leadership, and it also gives you hatred towards Space Marines. So that's a must, because I am building these lists, these units, against Space Marines. That was the goal in mind. It wasn't a general thing. It was, what will I field against Space Marines that are Slaanesh and close combat oriented? That's the goal. So Warp Talents, they have 2 attacks, but because they have their lightning claws, they actually have those 2 attacks. It's built into the, I'm looking at the army builder printout here. So they have 2 attacks and 3 on the charge. And they do have lightning claws, which are a pair. So that gives them shred, which allows them to re-roll their failed 2 wound rolls. So that combined with hatred, they're re-rolling everything first round of combat. And Mark of Slaanesh is Initiative 5, so basically your AP3 lightning claws are shredding through your Space Marine brethren without them giving a chance to attack you back. Well, they can attack you back if there's any left, but chances are you're going to be like killing them a lot, which is awesome. That is a very good thing. I am happy about it. That's 370 points, though. They're a little more expensive. They're also demons, which means they have the Fear special rule, but that doesn't matter against your Space Marines. But still, they have it, just in case you're fighting against other things that are fearful and are afraid of things. Don't be afraid of stuff. That is unforgivable. No good. Let's talk about Raptors now. Another fast attack choice. Raptors. They have the Mark of Slaanesh, which gives them higher initiative. And they can also be given the Icon of Excess, which means they have Feel No Pain. And on the Aspiring Champion, the Raptor Champion, he has a Power Fist. And they have jump packs because they're Raptors, and it's awesome. And I'm not giving them any type of weapons, like I'm not shooting weapons, because remember, it's close combatness, right? The Raptor champion has a power fist, yes, but no other types of weapons on anything. Now, that 10-man squad is 275 points. That compared to the Chaos Space Marine unit with the Marcus Slaanesh and all the same bells and whistles of Slaanesh is 278 points. That's a 3-point difference. Now, that is also with a Rhino included, because you got to be able to transport them somehow. Okay, otherwise they're foot slogging and there's no comparison. So that's a 3-point difference. Raptors are awesome because of their jump packs. It just makes it that much more fun. So much more fun. They have the same amount of attacks. It's basically everything else is the same, except for that. They are a fast attack choice, and they have jump packs. That alone, in my humble opinion, make them a better choice for putting the Marcus Slaanesh on. Still, I would say that my #1 choice would be the Warp Talons, because that is just like the Marine killing unit of the Chaos Space Marine Army, and the goodness, all those sandwiches that you can eat with that. Oh, it's just so good. Chaos Cultists. Putting the mark of Slaanesh on them gives them initiative 4. You're attacking at the same time, which I suppose isn't as bad, because otherwise your Space Marine brethren would be attacking you first, and they would just slice you in half. But a 10-man squad of them is 60 points. Why did I put a 10-man squad? You never have 10 cultists, ever. You have more. You have like 30 of them. But why did I say 10? Because everything else is 10. So we got to make it semi-equivalent. But even if it was 30, it wouldn't be that many points. Heck, it was 35, which is the group maximum. It still wouldn't be too many points. But with the Marcus Slaanesh, it makes it a little higher. Not too much higher. I didn't give the Cultist champion anything special. 60 points, though. So that's something to consider. But still, compared against Raptors or Warp Talons, no. I wouldn't put the Marcus Slaanesh on my cultists for close combat purposes. For close combat purposes, what I would do, a better choice is to bring Typhus so you can make those cultists into plague zombies and give them feel no pain. And make them fearless. That's the option for cultists. That's the best one. Marcus Slaanesh, not so much on cultists anyway. Elite choice chosen. What we will do for them in their 10-man squad is give them a Rhino, give them the Marcus Slaanesh, give them the Icon of Excess, give the Aspiring Champion of Power Fist, and that equals 375 points. Why so many points, Dave? Because each model actually has a built-in extra attack. So instead of 3 on the charge for your Raptors and regular Chaos Space Marines, you have 4 on the charge. That alone makes these guys that much more formidable. It's like an extra 100 points for 10 more attacks. So is it worth it? Let's ask ourselves this question. It's pretty much 10 points a model more to have an extra attack on each guy in the squad. Is it worth it? That's a lot of extra attacks. Attacking first. So, okay. Let us not forget to tell you something else special that we did. Okay, sorry, I failed to mention that I gave them 4 power swords. So that's an extra 60 points. Okay, all right. I spilled the beans. I didn't tell you that before because I was making you think, right? Like, why would they be able to just attacks would be that much? No. It's a combination of the extra attacks and the power swords that make them so much more expensive, because you're attacking with those power swords at AP3. You're attacking first. That's almost like the lightning claws, which are ignoring the armor and attacking first. It's kind of similar, right? Only you get more attacks. You don't just get the 3 on the charge, which is kind of nice. It is nice. Very much so. Still, a lot of points. 375. We're starting to get into like Terminator range. Like, that is a lot. Before I continue, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look down at the chat and see if there's any comments. Generating content as we speak. Yes, I am launching Warp-wide Wargaming in July. Thavian, that's what Thavian says. What are we talking about here? Demon Prince Slaanesh, level 3 with Brand. That is a very good close combat unit. Yes, I agree. Link the channel. Open window to see Burn the Crute. Sweet, can't wait to subscribe. Can't wait. Awesome, Thavian. We need to go link up for on MiniWarGaming. We will as soon as I launch it. They are chaos-friendly Crute. Friend finally made it in. Frig delivered. Dave, you should get the Destillate for Necrosius he gives your army the options for plague zombies, same as Typhus, but he is only 160 points. He's L2 as well, and has an amazing psychic ability. That acronym will come to me in a minute. Hours. What's going on, people? Hi, Dave. Hi, Pookie. It's Mario. How are you? Comments, thoughts on Cypher, Dave? Cypher shouldn't have betrayed Neo. That was not good, no matter how good that steak tasted. Those are my thoughts on Cypher. Dave, I'm moving. Get ready for me. Yes! Yes, Drewski. Okay, this is good news for everyone. The fact that Drewski is moving, believe me, because you're going to be seeing a lot more Drewski. And when you see the Drewski, you're going to be seeing more battles. The more battles you see, the missiles that will be launched. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Hey, you know, the Demon of Slaanesh won our last kill team tournament by a lot. They're awesome. Those are demons of Slaanesh. Dave, what's your address if we want to send you something? Name that tune. Okay, I'll give you the address. Actually, Jed, do you have the address offhand somewhere? Maybe you can send, because like I just have a feeling that chocolate is in the warp storm and it might be landing on my desk. So if that is the case, then, you know, maybe send an address to that Chaos Cultist and all will be happy. I just think, okay, perfect. Man. Cody Roo, you win the points for putting the address first. Man, like that was sick sauce. Okay, let's get back to what we're saying here, because there is a point in all of this. And the point is beautiful. You will like it. Chosen. I'm just going to tell you the points right off the bat. 315 points for Chosen. Chosen. What am I, from like Three Stooges? Well, hold on. Are we talking about the same thing? What happened here? Oh, that's what I did. I printed Chosen twice because I printed them without their power weapons. So it's 315 points without power weapons. 375 with. 60-point difference. There you go. That's why I said what I said initially, because I played a little memory trick on myself. Possessed. I am including Possessed in this because I just want to see. You know, I always call them the fodder of the chaos. That's semi-joking. That was from the last edition codex because I lost so badly with them against a certain army, which we will not mention. I know it's not Tau. It's a different army. Possessed are 380 points for 10 of them with the mark of Slaanesh. But you can't give them... No, you can. I am wrong. You can give them the Icon of Excess, which is very good for Possessed, because Possessed, as expensive as they are, they kind of have this fun ability where you got to roll every combat subphase, where you either get an extra attack and +1 initiative, or you have all your close combat attacks or power weapons, or the last one, which is, come on, Fabian, what is it? Are you going to tell us? I forget what the last one is. I actually remember it. I just can't think of it right now. Is that true, forgetful of memory? Or is it like an acting job? Either way, the answer is not coming out right now. There's another ability that they can possibly get that's actually good. Is it +1 strength? I think it's +1 strength. Okay, I'm just going to look it up. It's bugging me now. Okay, what is it? Okay, let's see who can get there first. I will race you. And... Possessed 39. Page 39. AP3 attacks. That's not it. I already mentioned it. It is the Possessed reroll all failed to wound rolls. Bam! That's what it is. Which is awesome. It's like having Shred. The reason why I didn't remember is because I didn't say them in order from when you roll. I just kind of said whatever I remembered, which was 2/3 of it. I am getting better, and I'm eating a lot of fish. Devilfish. It is so good, man. Like, just fry it on that skillet, and you will love your life. But with the Chosen, not Chosen, it's Possessed. Oh, man, out of context, that just sounds like... It's not Chosen, it's Possessed. 380 points, man. They're also in a Rhino, though. They got to be in a Rhino because it's foot slogging. No good for anyone. And veterans of the Long War and all that. And they're also demons, which means they have fear, which isn't a great ability against Space Marines, but it's still good to have. That's what I like to say. I would never give fear on a unit, which is basically something that has to have the mark of Nurgle on it. You give it the icon of despair. I think it's called despair. Anyway, that gives it fear. That's not that great. 380 points. Now, they have more attacks, man. Nope, that's a lie. They don't. They have 2 attack space. But they could possibly have an extra attack because of their random ability every fight subphase. So maybe. They also have an invulnerable save because they are a demon. So that makes them more survivable. So, and they are fearless. That is something that we can't forget to mention. So that's kind of like having the icon of vengeance as well. And they're your non-god specific specialty unit that is Chaos and Close Combat E. Okay, they have Fleet as well. I forgot to mention that. Fleet. So that actually is really good, considering that you're building them for close combat. So they're not as bad as we thought before, but they're not as good as others. So they're actually kind of in the middle right now. I would say I would put Spawn below these guys. They're not at the bottom anymore. They're no longer the fodder of the Chaos as of right now. Only because of the Marcus Slaanesh, though. If they didn't have the Marcus Slaanesh, they would still be on the bottom. Just so we're all aware. I have to clarify. If I don't clarify, man, then nothing makes sense in this chaotic universe. 380 points. Do you remember that number? It's okay if you didn't. I didn't. And I read it like 20 seconds ago. And I wrote it originally 20 minutes ago. No, more like 40 minutes ago. I did 20 minutes ago. I would have done it in front of your face without you seeing. And that would be major kung fu action. Mutilator. 195 points for 3, because you can only bring 3 in a squad. And they have 2 attack space. Marcus Slaanesh. You can't give them the Icon of Access. They can't have Slow and Personal because they're kind of specialty units. They're bulky. They have Deep Strike. They have Mutilator weapons, but basically they have like pairs of every close combat weapon that is good and awesome. You can't use the same ones 2 turns in a row, but you can switch back and forth between 2 of your favorites, which is kind of nice. But I have found that Mutilators just aren't that great. As much as I've wanted them to be, because they look awesome. They're really cool looking models. Picture like the quintessential Chaos model. That's what a Mutilator is. Even the name of the model, Mutilator. Can you picture like someone who's like all Slaanesh-y and beautiful, their name is Mutilator? It just wouldn't fit. Mutilator is a Freddy Krueger tree. That's what a Mutilator is. And it's really cool looking. But unfortunately, the stats don't match how awesome he looks. So that's just the reality of the situation in that case. And I only included 1 unit and 195 points because if you take a second one, then you're kind of like eating up another elite choice slot. And that's a no-no. That is no good. Let's start talking about Havocs now. Havocs, 278 points. This is the exact same as Chaos Space Marines. Troops choice. So Havocs and the Troops choice for Chaos Space Marines kitted out the exact same with the Marcus Slaanesh, Icon of Excess, Power Fist on the Aspiring Champion, and a Rhino is 278 points. Oh yeah, and also upgraded with the extra close combat weapons because they're not defaulted to that. So let's not forget that. And Veterans of the Long War. So all of that, they are the exact same. They are just in different areas of the army. I would not suggest doing that for Havocs because it's kind of like giving a football player a baseball. He could throw it, but the power that he would be trained to throw it would be way overkill, and he would probably throw it right through the chest of his opponent, and there would be some major consequences to that. That's kind of like outfitting your Havocs the same as your regular Chaos Space Marines. That's what I would say. Don't do it. Just put like missile launchers on them. Make them happy. Make them glad that they're there at the battle and not wanting to just have lunch somewhere in some sort of cafeteria that give you some Nurgle soup. Don't do that. Wouldn't suggest it. But I had to include it just because I wanted to compare it. The comparison is, don't do it. Fast attack, chaos spawn. I actually wouldn't really consider bringing spawn to anything. I have in the past just because I wanted to see, I was curious for fun purposes. Because we play for fun about 20% of the time. The other 80%, it's life and death, and we're serious sauce about it. And if we don't lose, we lose a piece of our souls. That's how it is. It's the truth. 165 points. Marcus Slaanesh. That's basically all you can do to them. You can't give them any other upgrade. They cause fear, and they're fearless. Yes, that would make sense. They're mindless. They don't have anything going on up there except for pure chaos. And they have a random number of attacks, which is D6, which isn't that great. Yeah, it's not that great. Now, initiative, it makes you the same initiative, so at least you're attacking at the same time, because default is initiative 3, so they're, not that great. Chaos Bikers. You know what? I got to admit, I really like the Chaos Bikers. They are one of my favorite units. Absolutely hands down sauce. I would say that. 10 Chaos Bikers for 300 points. What that buys you is a squad with the Marcus Slaanesh, the icon of excess, veterans of the Long War, and you're able to give your biker champion a power fist. So you got hatred to Space Marines. That's good. You're attacking them first. That's also good. You feel no pain. That's awesome on a biker. And you're still toughness 5, man. I'm still partial to the Nurgle bikers, which are toughness 6. But with the Slaanesh bikers, not only are you attacking first, but you got feel no pain. So it just kind of makes you a double threat. That'd be close, if not on par, with Nurgle bikers. It's really, really good. I'm going to try it. Even though they're painted in my Nurgle scheme, they're going to be like slapped up with the Mark of Dave so bad in the next bat rep. It's not even going to be funny. But I'm going to do it because the opponent is not going to be given the choice for forgiveness, because forgiveness is not a choice, man. Forgiveness is like a sentence that is passed on someone who has no ability to choose. I'm just going to continue reading this right now. And that's 300 points. So let's compare it to some of the other things here. To the Chosen, cheaper. It's cheaper than the Chosen. And you are on bikes. So you're on bikes. So you got a better toughness. You got the same amount of attacks, though, just as your regular Chaos Space Marine. So just 2 that are built in, 3 on the charge. But you're better toughness and you're on bikes. So you're more maneuverable. And you're not in a Rhino, so if that gets popped, then you're kind of stuck foot slogging. No, you're on bikes. So this is one of my more favorite close combat-y units that are Slaanesh. I like it. I like it a lot. I am going to try it, and I want to see how well it fares, because even if it doesn't do that well, and I know you can't exactly tell after a use in one game, but you can get a good gauge. I just want to do it just for the pure fun factor of it, because it sounds like a lot of fun. Chaos Marines deserve Nurgle attack bikes with 2 wounds. Shotgun nostrils? Okay, you have become the person of the day. That was a sentence that made so much happiness enter this room that you're going to get a jar of frosted cookies. And you know what I'm talking about, Cody Roo. That's just what's going to happen. Let's talk about the last one right here. Okay, the last one is your elite choice of Noise Marines. That is the quintessential Slaanesh unit. The Noise Marines, right? They got built-in everything. They're built-in Marcus Slaanesh. And they have 2 attack space. You do need to upgrade them with the Icon of Excess, though. You don't just, like, kind of... They don't have it automatically. You got to pay for it. But that's okay, you know. Now, they just have the regular everything. I didn't give them any special sound-emitting weaponry that causes the enemy to shake and quake. I guess that's what would happen. Maybe their head would explode. That sounds like a better idea. Although in Orcs, I think that happens too. They're in a Rhino, and the Noise Champion has a Power Fist. So that cost 289 points. Surprisingly, very close to regular Chaos Space Marines, with the Marcus Slaanesh and the Icon of Access and all the upgrades. So the question is, if I wanted to build a close combat Slaanesh army, what units would I include? At this point in time, I would definitely include Now, let me clarify once again before I go over some units here. You're fighting against Space Marines. Okay? Whether it's like anything. It could be just like vanilla Marines. It could be Blood Angels, Dark Angels. It doesn't really matter. You're fighting Space Marines. Okay? This is what I would want to bring. And after I suggest what I would bring, I'm going to look at the comments and see what you guys would bring. And we can all share in the goodness. Bikers. They sound like they're a lot of fun. They would be a good option. I would like to bring bikers. I would also like to bring Warp Talons. Excuse me. Warp Talons. Because of their marine killing abilities. They are expensive, but they're just too good to pass up, man. Like, you want to get them on there right away. Raptors. So, yeah. That's 3 fast attack choices right there, isn't it? It seems like the fast attack choices for Slaanesh are pretty dominant here. Let's see what else I would bring that's not fast attack. Oh, I didn't talk about Terminators, did I? Because that's also an option for Slaanesh, which seems like it would also be a fun option. If I were to bring Terminators, I would definitely kit them out with Lightning Claws. And I would have like a stupid amount of them, just because I would want to be ridiculous. I would want to bring like 10 of them with Lightning Claws. Marcus Slaanesh, Icon of Excess. Let's double check. No, you can. You can give them the Icon of Excess. So Terminators feel no pain. They're attacking initiative 5. Oh man, this is where you get really happy. So that, the only problem I can see with that though is their maneuverability. So your options are to deep strike them, which you give your enemy a free attack on you, or you can land raider them, but that's very expensive. So if I were to choose between Terminators or Warp Talons, I choose Warp Talons. Those jump packs, you can't ignore how good the jump packs are for both them and the Raptors. Raptors if you want a cheaper choice. So those 3 right there. Let's look here just to see some of the options. Okay, Chosen. Chosen actually seemed like out of all just the regular units, that when I say regular, I mean like Havocs or regular Chaos Space Marines. Chosen seemed to be better. And I think I would choose Chosen because you have an extra attack. That's kind of a big deal. It's kind of a really big deal. If you don't include those power weapons that makes your points 375 and only 315, you compare that with the 278 of the regular Chaos Space Marines. What is that, like a 10? Let's do some math here. 20, 35, 37. 37 points for an extra attack on 10 models. Can anyone do that math? 3 and a bit points per model? Something like that. Extra for an extra attack. Is it worth it? Huh. It's kind of like half a Cultist squad. But I wouldn't bring Cultist. Not with Slaanesh. Definitely not. Nurgle. Not Slaanesh. Drewski, I'm so glad you're moving, man. It's ridiculous. We're going to have so much fun, brother. Man, okay. If you guys could be in Drewski's shoes and move within the proximity of MiniWarGaming, how much fun would your life be? My life would be fun because I would see more of you. And seeing more of you makes me happy because I like to see you. I like to see your pretty faces as you're eating Nurgle soup in the cafeteria. And is there any chocolate in here? There's got to be some chocolate somewhere. This box cutter will find a box of chocolate and it will open it. And it's going to just fly somewhere. I'll catch it in my teeth. Does that sound good? Does that sound like a good option? Going back to the last thing here, though. Oh, here we go. Here's some milk chocolate. Going back to the last option here. If I had to bring one more unit, I think I would want to try... I probably want to try the Possessed, to be honest. And I would try them over the regular Chaos Space Marines. Yeah, I would, because they're more close combat oriented. They're in a Rhino, so your chances of getting up there are better. I would definitely want to try it. So, Mark of Slaanesh and regular Chaos Space Marines, not the greatest. If I had to choose between them and Noise Marines, I'd choose Noise Marines. Even if it was like, you know, just bringing them as troops choices, you would have to bring a lord with Marcus Slaanesh though to unlock them as troops choices. But that's okay. High waffles. Who's like saying, oh, waffles forevers? Okay, that's why you're saying high waffles. Make me hungry, man. You know, some Canadian maple syrup. You know, I went to a sugar bush the other day, and they have natural tubes coming out of trees collecting maple syrup, and it's incredible how much it takes for one jar of maple syrup to be collected. It's a lot. It takes a lot of trees, like a stupid amount. I couldn't believe it. So every drop that you have with your waffles is precious. Just remember that. I'm talking about the real stuff, not this fake stuff that is all the diglycerides and the mono high glucosamines and okay, I know it's getting ridiculous. So now it's come time to give away a few prizes. Do we want that? That's what I want. I want that to happen. Is that what we all want right now? I'm going to just not even hear your answer and assume that it's a yes. Okay, this is one of those times when it's safe to assume. I will start by giving away these guys right here. I got 4. So these 2 models, okay, I'll start first. And these are interesting, and I would hope that whoever received these would paint them up and make a video of it. I think that would be sweet, because then you'd be able to spread the love of that. That would be pretty awesome. Bertha. You know, I'm going to go with Bertha because that was the name of my great-grandma. That's the Bertha model. We're going to try it. Now, let us see if this will work for me. I hope it does. And when I say work for me, I'm talking about just the randomizer that is built into Twitch. If it doesn't work, then we're going to have to come up with a new option. I think it will, though. I think it will, because I think it can. And when you think something, it becomes your reality, and it just happens. Where is it? Okay, why is it not here? You know, if that doesn't work, we're going to have to do something else here. We're going to have to, you know, yeah, okay, I guess we're going to have to do that. Well, either way, everyone will be included in this, so it'll be okay. Oop. I don't want to do that. I do not want to do that. I will do this. You know, I'm going to have to random.org it, because there's no thing anymore. Thing as in randomizer. I Saudi. I'm actually really sorry about that. I wish there was. How come this list won't copy? It keeps on messing up on me. Okay. Have it your way. Oh. The whole thing won't copy. Okay, Jed, I'm going to need your help here, man. I'm going to need your assistance here. I'm going to need this list, this viewership list. It's not working for me, because we want this to happen, right? It's just not copying. Twitch doesn't make it easy to copy. You know, I would choose a different site, man, if I could, but because we're set in our ways, that's why we're not doing it. Well, maybe I just copy it in, like, sections. That might work. Okay, I'm going to go all the way down here. Go to Gray Milk. If you hear your name, it doesn't mean you're the winner. Okay, just so you know. I don't want to give you false hope. Gray Milk. Okay, then after Gray Milk is Handing Lovable. Okay. Alright, just bear with me, guys, here just for a second here. This middle section doesn't work. Jed, could you send me the viewership list, please? I try to copy with my mouse, then it just doesn't like to select everything. It goes all funny. I'm trying. I'm really trying to do this for you guys, you know? Like really, really. All Shrek style and everything. So, just not waking. I really wish it did though. It'd be better if it did. Man. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to ask you a question. And we're going to play a little game. Let's see if you can answer the question. It's going to be a chaotic question. You know what? No. It's going to be a Blood Angel question. I mentioned that I was going to be talking about Blood Angels. This is the insertion of Blood Angels in this Shrine of Chaos. Why the Blood Angels? It's because I missed them. It's been a lot. I was going to say it's been a while since I played it, but no, I've been playing them for the last few weeks. With the Snagabug's Greed campaign. Having so much fun with that, by the way. Oh, by the way. And I'm going to give out a little spoiler alert. Not to this campaign, but to the next one that we're doing. I'm going to be doing a Chaos versus Eldar campaign. With a certain somebody that you've seen in campaigns before. And man, I'm so excited for that. I can't wait. This is going to be a campaign that I'll write. Matt's written the first two. I'm going to try my hand at writing a campaign. I've seen some of the stuff that he's done and seen his successes and the challenges, and I'm going to work off of that and see what I can create on my own here. But yeah, list. Is there a list? Cody Roo. It's not against Chris. It's against another player that you've seen in another campaign, which can only be one other person. That is not Matt. It's someone else. Yes. DH Star Wars. DH Star Wars. You got the answer. Wait. Is that you, Steve? Or do you have another name somewhere? It's not Joe. It's Steve. Your son is right if he was yelling Steve. That is the correct answer. Jed? Are you there, Jed? We will have this prize given out today. But Jed's working on it. He's working hard on it. Not sure what he's doing exactly, but I know that whatever it is, it's wizardly. Because he's able to create stuff out of dust in his hands. It's being difficult. Yes, it is being difficult. So, you know, I hate to resort to asking a question and then you guys answering it in the chat and me choosing the first answer that's correct. I hate to resort to that because we are competing with varying speeds of internet when we do that. So try not to do that, you know. Control A, then Control C. Well, you would think that that'd be an option, but it doesn't work because Control A like gets every text on the screen, including all the left and all the title, and so it messes with all that. It's not that great. Drewski, you were able to give it to me at one point in time. I remember that. Yeah. Jed will figure this out for us. He is the wizard behind the curtain. He really is. I'm the face in front of the curtain. No, I don't know where that came from. Oh. What? How did you do that so fast? Okay, well, Mystics, it looks like Drewski got it. I don't know how he did it so fast. Maybe it's because on his computer... Oh, you know what it might be? It might be the fact that we're using Chrome for this. Because if you're using something different, if you're using like Firefox, maybe it just works better. That's an idea. That might have something to do with it. I don't know. But either way, I got the viewership list now. And you know what? I'm going to include Mystics. I'm going to include his name in the viewership list. I think it's only fair that that happens. Okay? So hold on one second here. Okay, random.org. This is for the first. Okay, number 65 is the Horse Cannons. Congratulations, the Horse Cannons. You win a Bertha. If you could please give your info to Mystics so that this Bertha model can be sent to you. Now for a Christina. Let's do this again. This is fun, isn't it? Number 9. Here's number 9. Figgins, 81. Who is Figgins? Are you here? Oh, by the way, type, please, in the chat so we know that you're here. Figgins, congrats. You just said congrats, Figgins, but you just won. Are you congratulating yourself? Because that's kind of funny. But this is yours either way. So. Oh, okay. So, if you're not the winners, please stop chatting. Because the wizard is trying to figure something out. Yes. The Eye of Terror has come to a halt. And we are trying to figure this out. It's okay, though, you know. Because it's kind of like we're all hanging out together. It's fun. So itching to just give this next one away. Please message me with your name and shipping address. Yes, that's what you need to do to Mystics. If you're the winner, message him with your name and shipping. Mystics, are we good to continue? You told me to hold on in all caps. I took that as being pretty serious. So when I see all caps, it gets my attention. So I need to know that we're good to continue. Because if we're not, then... Okay, all right, so we're good. Next, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna generate a number, which is number 2. Who's number 2? Flynn, 2099. Flynn, 2099. Are you there? Because you have won a Bertha model at WGC brand Arcane Factories Bertha model. That's what you have won. So, let us know if you're there. There you go. Last one of these, which is another Christina. I will generate the number, which is 75. And that is Georgiros. G-E-R-G-E-R-O-S. Gergeros. When at first glance, it looked like it said gorgeous. But after looking at the spelling for more than a second, it looked like something that wasn't gorgeous. Like a... Gergeros. If I didn't say that right, I apologize. I don't forgive, but I apologize. It's a total difference, man. You know, it's a huge difference. All right. Now for the gift certificate to the War Store, because that is the prize. That, I guess, is what is making you guys just like stick around for stuff. And let's see what happens. Okay, are you guys ready? You ready for this? It's going to happen to someone who is not suspecting to win. If you think that you're going to win, you're not going to. So just don't think that you're going to win. You have to believe that you're not going to win. Mordor Miniatures. If your name is Mordor Miniatures, then you probably met Benedict Cumberbatch because he was the voice of Smaug. And you're the winner, by the way. So, you ready? Are you good? Are you there? I hope you're there. Yes, you're there. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to get all excited. I just like to see people happy. That's all. So, what you need to do is give your name and email address to Mystics, because it's one of those gift certificates. It's one of those shopping sprees. It's where you're emailed it. So it's special like that. It's kind of like it's sent through the warp. And of course, what we're going to do, this last finale, is we're going to be doing some of this. Before we go, call the number on the screen if you wish to ask a chaotic question in the Shrine of Chaos. I think it's appropriate if that happens. There's a bit of delay, so if it doesn't happen immediately, it's because of that. Let's see who can beat Fabian. Okay, he's got the number on speed dial, so you guys beat him. I like to see you beat him. He's typically the first caller. So, let's see. Do I recognize the number? I don't. Welcome to the Shrine of Chaos.
Nobody ever beats the chaos.
You know what that beep in there sound like? You're cutting out a swear word. That was pretty funny. But hi, my brother Fabian.
Oh, Dave, I've missed talking to you, brother. How is the baby?
The baby is as Nurgle as you can imagine. I don't know what that means, man. No, baby's good. Baby's happy. I'm happy. Goddess of Slaanesh is happy. Everyone's happy. But in all seriousness, it's good. It's really good being a dad. I love it. I love my life. It is so much fun. He's a little cute boy, man. I kiss him like 10,000 times a day because he deserves the love, man. Like,
that's adorable.
I can't think about it too much. It'll make me cry. Not even joking. And I'm not afraid to admit nothing. See these eyes right now? They don't lie. How you doing, brother?
Doing great. I'm loving the hair. You're doing good with the hair.
Yeah, catching up to you?
Feel the tie back.
Yeah, I got it. This is the keep the hair out of your eyes style. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, it's absolutely effective. It's similar to the way I wear mine, except I tie mine back. Think Adrian Paul in the Highlander the series. Very noble looking man, nice hair. It's not all frizzy, but long.
Yep, it is. And you know what is also good? Is the top knot. The top knot makes people think that you know Kung Fu.
Yes, and that you're Abaddon.
That is also true.
Yes.
Yeah, so...
I can do top knot with my hair. It's fun.
It's yeah, top knot is good. It is really good. Absolutely. Mr. Heavy Support Voice, do you have a chaotic question or comment?
I do. You know, I asked you this kind of in a private chat the other day, but I wanted to ask this so everyone could hear it. What caused you to pick Blood Angels over Chaos? I mean, I know they're Imperial Chaos Space Marines, but, I mean, come on. Seriously, Blood Angels?
Are you talking about for the narrative campaign?
Yeah, narrative campaign, yes.
Oh, yeah, the reason why, there's a couple reasons. One is Blood Angels, it's variety, right? So I wanted to feel the Blood Angels so that people could see a different army than what they're used to seeing me field. And the other reason is because I'm doing another narrative campaign after this one, which I'll be including Chaos. So it's like the best of both worlds, right?
Yes. I mean, you should do a contest to have people have their usernames be the names of the lieutenants in the upcoming campaign. Like, help me name my lieutenants, and if you win, then we'll use your username as one of the lieutenants.
What's the contest? What should people do in order to win this prize?
I don't know. Dang, you're making me think on my feet. You guys are so creative, I figured you'd think of something. I got nothing. Just some kind of, you know, like just have people comment or something and then pick one random. Something.
You know what?
Name one Avian because you love me.
We'll make it a Facebook post.
Yes. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Good. Do that.
MiniWarGaming Facebook page. You'll find it. And like it if you haven't liked it already. And I will put a post on there. And we'll have this contest for the naming of...
Like the sergeants and
yeah,
stuff.
you know what? Hold on. We're going to create like a special sergeant. You know, the special sergeant's going to have a power fist. So it's going to be like... It'll be an aspiring champion. So the name of an aspiring champion in the upcoming Chaos versus Eldar narrative campaign.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
I like it. I like it a lot. And that's what you get for calling in the Shrine of Chaos. You get the love right back to you, man.
Man, I can't wait to love through the YouTube channel universe from my channel. It's gonna be awesome.
Yes, hearing that heavy support voice, that's awesome for everyone. That's good. That's just as good. That's equally as good as Drewski moving close to MiniWarGaming.
We're all coming together, baby.
Yeah.
I can't wait for October. Shannon told me they're thinking about moving the facility to a new place.
Oh, Valhalla? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a possibility. I don't know if it's a go, but either way, it's going to be like either at that old place last year or at the new place, the bigger place. So I guess it all depends on if there's overspill of signups for that Valhalla, which it looks like it's leaning to that. But I can't say, I don't want to say 100% for sure.
We need to do a war cry down the mountainside this time so that if I fall, I'll roll. Why? You know.
I didn't want to say nothing.
It's got to be less traumatic than falling up and sliding on your chest a foot and then flipping like a NASCAR.
That was pretty epic. You know, that was really good. I you know what? Like, that made me love you so much more when that happened, because you just do stuff that makes people happy. Like, I don't know why I like physical pain so much, but seeing it happen to other people, that just kind of brings out the best in people.
I agree. I think it's time for Scats to call in, so I'm going to graciously bow out. I will talk to you next time, brother.
You are always welcome back in the Shrine of Chaos. And say hi to your mom for me. Thank her for getting a copy of Trolls. That was awesome.
Yep, we can't wait for it. I'll talk to you next time.
Okay, later, brother.
Bye-bye.
That was Fabian. He has the Shrine of Chaos number on speed dial. I will be accepting another call. We shall see who it will be. Who's it going to be? Anybody? Call's open. Number's up. Who wants to call? Who's got a question? Who's got a comment? Who has got a gift of chaos for me? Welcome to the Shrine of Chaos.
Hello, Dave.
Hello.
Metal brother. It's true.
You got a beep when you said your name.
Well, then it's supposed to be a mystery then. You'll have to figure out who I am after.
Oh, this is Drewski. I recognize your voice.
Ah, okay, you win. How you doing?
Ah, good, brother. Hey, okay, so guys, if you guys aren't sure who Drewski is, you will find out very shortly. Okay, we're gonna be in a bat rep together, but we've already been in a bat rep, right?
Yeah, it's in the vault.
Is it a vault bat rep?
It was a vault bat rep.
Okay, so the next one won't be a vault bat rep. So for those who aren't vault members, can see it, and for those who want to become vault members, can see the other vault bat rep that you were in, because that bat rep was awesome. It was amazing. I loved it.
That was a ginormous amount of banter, for sure.
Yeah, it was one of the more banter-filled ones. Absolutely. Like
it was more about the banter than it was the game.
Yes, I would agree. Absolutely. Yeah, you had me on my toes, man.
What's that?
You had me on my toes, man. Like, it's good. Like, you were able to keep up, and like you were. I just get, the giggles thinking about you, man. Like, because you.
Yeah, you really got to think on your feet. It's really like a mind game. Like, forget Sudoku or whatever you pronounce it. Bantering is where the mind games are at.
Absolutely, yeah. And Sudoku, that's exactly what I was thinking too, man. Like, I don't know how you got on that wavelength so fast. You probably broke your Voxcaster and like put demonic possession in it. That's what I think happened.
I was doing one before, and no, that's why I wasn't doing that. I don't know how I thought of that.
Yeah, it's pretty random sauce, man. That's pretty good. Now you're Blood Angels, right?
I'm Blood Angels and Chaos.
Yes, so it's good.
Well, I like to have a little fun with my Chaos and mix up a little demons, get a little few flying monstrous creatures going on.
Ah, very good.
Strike some Nurgle.
A little bit of Nurgle in there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can't complain with a little Nurgle.
No, it's always good. You gotta have some green in the soup there, right? Yeah.
Exactly. It's like orcs, but like more defined.
Yeah, a little bit more solid, yet squishy at the same time.
I'm waiting for you to start allying with Chaos. So, TikTok. Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, I gotta get my models, man. I can't just do it at another. The Mark of Dave needs something to attach it to. There's nothing in thin air.
Just pull your models out of the warp, and it's just like bam, and then suddenly suddenly they're in the videos?
That's a very good solution to a formula that exists in a past life. But, you know, if that were the case, I'd just grab my Titan right out of the warp and then it was a fight a Titan.
Well, while you're at it, can you get me one too? Because they're just pure awesome sauce, and yeah, I want at least two. Because,
yes,
you know, we'll keep each other entertained when I'm not around.
Yeah, we can have like dance contests with the Titans, and that'd be good.
Oh, well, we lose automatically then.
That may be true, but you never lose when you're a Titan, though. Like, even though you're losing, you're kind of not losing.
They only lose by choice, so therefore they're winning.
That's right. So they win
They chose it.
at life. Are they chosen? You're chosen. No, you're both. Man, you're like me. You're kind of like me. You are me.
Well, am I like you or are you like me?
What's the differencia?
But, so here's the thing.
Okay.
I'm moving in about a month. Okay? So I'm going to be just down the street from you.
Yeah.
And all my friends are going to be here, so I'm going to have a little bit of time to, say, start a campaign.
Oh.
Interesting at all?
Oh. When you say a little bit of time, do you mean like 3 weeks? Like 2 days a week?
I'm moving there indefinitely. It's just so, you know, I'm going to start working, and then work will consume my life.
Oh.
However, when I'm not consumed by life, I'd like to be consumed by the warp.
Yes, absolutely. I would love to have a campaign with you. Absolutely. And I kind of smell like possibly a Chaos versus Blood Angels campaign. That's just a thought
Yeah.
that comes to mind.
Maybe throw in some demons for flavor.
Demons for flavor.
Let you, you know what? We'll give Chris my scroll, that giant monstrous creature that I sent you that email like around Christmas time.
Yep.
We'll let him paint that, and you could use them in all of your bat reps. That would be awesome.
Are you talking about giving me a model?
Lending for long term. That was like a $200 model. It was crazy. Totally worth it.
Lending long term. You're
It's like a 5-pound model.
It's like a lawyer answer, man. Lending long term. I like it though because
Well, there you go.
I'm banking on forgetting memory of model in Office. That might happen.
It's like how death he is to you, that's what he is to me.
Oh, so it's like ripping your heart out. Okay, yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
That's a different story, man. Yeah, totally.
It's like after it's ripped out, you start sharing the heart, but only between the two of you.
Yeah,
So,
and you don't even see the blood on your hands after.
greedy in that case.
Yeah, it's kind of like the show Once Upon a Time when they bury hearts in grounds, and they kind of like pass them off to each other. You know, they kind of like massage it, and you feel like, ooh, what's the tickles inside my empty chest?
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not gonna lie.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Okay, well, I look forward to the time when you're down, and when you're down for good. And I'm not just talking about like battling and stuff. I'm talking about when you're moving, and we're gonna have campaigns and bat reps together. And oh yeah, by the way, okay, I gotta tell you this, okay? So the last bat rep that I posted in the vault, which was a death match, a specialized death match bat rep. The reception of that bat rep was so positive and so good. I don't know if you've seen it or not. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen it?
Are you talking about Reign of Chaos versus the T-word deathmatch Reign of Chaos Game 8?
Yes, I am talking about that exact video, and you're very, very, very clever in how you said that. And there's so much positivity surrounding the reception of that I've decided to create a mini series out of that. So
yeah, that was awesome.
It was so much fun, man. You saw it. You saw like how much fun I was having. Like it was ridiculous. Like
I mean, there's a lot of banter in that. For a deathmatch, it's a long video.
You know what? Okay, I agree, and it's only because
that's a good thing.
It was experimental. That's why it was longer. It was like 42 minutes or something like that. But for a deathmatch, it really should be like 20 minutes. But because it was experimental, and I just wanted to get it up there just to see. That's why it's a little longer. So, but in the future, they will be more. I can't say how long it'll be really because the video is as long as it is, and if there's like good banter happening, then it kind of doesn't matter how long the video is.
You can't You can't put a cap on banter.
You can't.
It's just not possible.
No, it's like the last 12 minutes of our conversation right now.
Well, yeah, pretty much. That's like all of our conversations, really.
Do you bench press a truck?
Well, no, the truck bench pressed me.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Which is, kind of interesting because, like, I still don't know how that works. But
You must be a good person.
I try. Like, it really is just a costume, and people think that about me.
Dude,
I'm really mean.
Trucks like you. Like, if you're not a good person...
Like me, yeah.
Yeah, like, man, I wish trucks bench pressed me. That'd be pretty awesome. Okay, man.
What kind of trucks are we talking about?
We're talking about the monsters creature trucks. That's what we're talking about right now.
Awesome.
Okay, man. Well, you are always... Okay, do you have one more comment?
No. Oh, I'm just saying I'll see you in a month.
Oh, I thought you said I was sanguineous. I heard that completely wrong. I didn't mean
Yeah,
to...
but, I mean, that's...
Take...
It shouldn't have to be said. That's like saying the sky's blue. He knows.
Yes.
It's dark.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie, man. You got one of those voices that makes me smile. Like, I'm thinking of, like, just talking to you right now. And I'm... It's kind of like that one... It's kind of like Mike Grove. He does this to me. He has this little thing where he just, like, talks.
Dirty Jobs guy?
Yeah. What? Huh? Yeah.
Did you say Mike Groves or whatever, the Dirty Jobs TV show guy?
No, not that guy. I'm talking about the orc player that came in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that wrong.
Yeah.
I'm watching the live stream and I get all your reactions after what you say it. So like I'm going through like mixed emotions right now. It's like you're laughing at me when I'm talking. Like I don't get it.
It's pretty psychedelic.
Yeah. That hair is long. Wow. Good job.
Got something in your
Half
eye.
of everybody. That's awesome. Congrats.
Thank you very much. Yes, I plan on growing it longer, even still.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'll see you in a month.
Okay, brother. We'll talk to you then.
Take it easy.
So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the calls because too much of a good thing, Like, that was good. That's a good amount of banter happening right there. But thank you very much for joining today in the Shrine of Chaos. This is what the Shrine of Chaos is all about, if you haven't seen it before. This is not a welcomed call. I have to decline it. I apologize. I gotta really not accept it, because who knows? There might be some like piranha that are trying to get through a warp stream here. Can't happen. Anyway, this is what the Shrine of Chaos is all about. Usually there's some discussion about some sort of chaos unit, and prizes are given away. And there's live Q&A, and there's a Chaos Comet Bomb, and there's whispers at the beginning, and there's demon princes that visit you in your sleep. That's what the Shrine of Chaos is. If this is acceptable to you, then please join us in 2 weeks from now. Every other Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the Shrine of Chaos. It's a lot of fun. This is pure fun. That's why I do it. I do this for pure fun. Nothing more or less, because it has to be the pureness. Pureness. That sounds like a word that should be right-clicked on and Google defined, possibly spell checked and corrected. Thank you very much. We shall see you soon.